Not me. All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast. I'm your host, Joey, and this is year one of horror movie icon tournament play. And for year one, we started off with Jeepers Creepers, so we're doing another modern horror movie icon, and that is Art the Clown in the Terrifier franchise. And we decided to go with the best movies in the franchise, and Terrifier 3 currently has the best ratings on everything, I think, right? Eric, you said?
I think so.
Yeah.
So one isn't rated that high. I think it's like mid, like mostly. So it would be. It depends. It's really only two.
Yeah, the one is in like the 70s.
Yeah.
Shit, 3 is in the 70s now, though.
I mean,
Two might be considered better than 2 is like 86 or something. I thought.
I'm gonna be real with you though. I'm more worried about Letterboxd. Letterboxd is my go-to at this point because I'm snooty. All those dudes are snooties. Terrifier
I agree.
2. All right, boys, come on, let's go. This movie not my cup of tea, huh? Go ahead.
I think this is our first gory horror movie that we've reviewed.
We've watched all the Saws, Eric. We are connoisseurs of torture porn, okay?
I mean, but those aren't like this.
Someone individually inflicting pain, no, but they inflict the pain on themselves.
I mean, shit, Saw X, those motherfuckers are inflicting some pain on themselves, bro. Right. We watched that Mexican lady cut her whole damn leg off, Eric.
Yeah.
She went.
For some reason, though, those films are totally like different, like.
Yeah, because there's a fucking story, Eric. There's a fucking through line, man.
Yeah.
What is there to this?
This is more practical.
Disclosure, though, I didn't watch 1 or 2.
I've also not seen 1 or 2.
So I skimmed through them and I watched multiple videos. So 1 doesn't really have a story.
No, 1 does have a story though, because I've also watched videos. I've watched Dead Meat's kill count of Terrifier 1 and 2. Okay. Shout out James A. Janice. I'd love for you to come on the podcast. I'm trying to glaze you up, homie. In the description. Come over here and get glazed.
I'll give you my personal Facebook.
So there is a through line story. I was just talking shit because it's not a great story. So the victim from the first movie is the like messed up lady in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
So
I got most of that because this movie does a kind of a good job of describing, like saying all that. And personally, I thought. Yeah, I thought they described it perfectly.
She's the end of 2, and then end of 2 leads right into 3. So the first scene in 3 is the end of 2.
Second scene, because the first scene is the Christmas massacre.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Once we get into
the real movie, not this like weird interstitial thing.
Dude, I thought Chris Jericho was he's big as shit. I was like, he's about to do something.
Nah, every time I see Chris Jericho in a horror movie, homeboy's gonna get slashed the fuck up, dude.
Wait, how many have you seen him in?
He does a lot of. He's done a couple of Kevin Smith movies. You know,
he's been acting a lot actually.
He's got to do something. He's fucking old.
He's acting zombie like shows and movies too.
Yeah. He's in a lot. He's out there. You're not. You're not watching him, Eric. You're not.
Yeah,
I'm not.
We've seen him apparently nothing. No, I'll watch. If I don't have the list, dude, but I bet you if I had the list, I'd hit you with it. We know how this goes.
Eric would be like, he was in After Earth? I saw that.
You're right, dude. I saw him in the John Cena movie. You're right.
Shoot.
He probably has been in a John Cena movie.
Kai Cenat tonight or tomorrow, whenever he does that.
No way.
Yeah, that's serious.
What do we got to do, man? That should be us.
Yeah, I know. I would love to have John Cena on. But no, there is a so in 2 and 3 they start to really more expand on the world they're setting up. Like 2 sets up a lot of things but doesn't answer any questions, and now 3 is starting to answer some questions, but it's still to the point where
all the questions are answered at this point. They fucking tell you point blank.
Yeah, but
go ahead, James. Finish your thought.
But like. There's speculation on who Art is. That's not really like the going theory on is Art the dad, like, and so like Art the Clown is her dad, which I think would be kind of cool.
No, that wouldn't be cool.
Sienna's dad. That's her name, right? Or Sienna?
Sienna. CC, if you're nasty.
CC.
But no, I would kind of hate if that was her dad. because
I don't think they need to explain that clown.
No,
personally.
he's an eldritch being. That's it.
He's a serial killer.
No, he's further than that, Eric. Okay,
because in one he's it's not
demon.
really. Yeah, in one I don't know. They don't really fully. In two, like it's like super demonic. In one, I think it's still ambiguous enough because it's a shorter movie and they just don't really.
No, something happens. I think at the end of one where it's like, oh, he should probably be dead. Doesn't he get stabbed up or something? I thought he got stabbed up.
Yeah, he's like in a morgue or something.
Yeah.
Does he get shot in the head?
He might get shot in the head. Because Sienna cuts his head off at the end of 2.
Of 2, yeah.
And then old girl gives birth to it.
She births him, his head.
These movies are wild as hell.
Old boy's walking around with old boy's head till he finds his head.
That was kind of dope.
It was funny.
So there's this dude behind me, and we'll get to it in a couple more minutes. We're only 5 minutes in, so we're not going to super spoil it just yet. Some pretty terrible things were happening to some people. Okay, more towards the end of the movie. And I audibly heard a man go right behind me, bro. He was giggling crazy when something with a tube happens. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, was crazy.
He was having some fucking fun. Homie was back there giggling his goddamn head off.
The only time people were really giggling during my showing was when Art was just doing funny stuff, like emoting.
But like those are supposed to be funny.
Yeah, those are supposed to be funny, not the tube scene.
No one really laughed other than like when he kept like smacking her in the back of the head.
That was kind of funny though. Yeah. And he did it the 3 times, so like he did the comedic 3 or whatever. I was kind of here for that. But like all this violence is very mean-spirited. None of it is fun. None of the violence is fun.
Which is the worst of like these killers than any of them. Because he doesn't like, so let's say Freddy kind of toys, but let's talk about like Jason, Michael Myers. They kind of just kill.
Yeah, they're gonna stab you in the neck with a goddamn arrow. You know, they're gonna put you up on the wall and walk away. Yeah. Meanwhile, Art is like, all right, now look, I'm gonna take all of his digits off, and then I'm gonna put them in his ass, and then I'm gonna tear him in half sideways. And it's like, you could have just killed him, man. You didn't gotta, you didn't gotta do all that.
I love it too. Like the one of the going like lore things is like, because in theory these people should be like passing out. Like these are.
But it happens so fast though.
But nah, dude, it's not fast enough the way he's doing it.
No,
you don't think so?
No, but
the adrenaline is so high though.
It is
sure, but people like get their arms cut off at work and instantly pass out. Like, and this dude is like.
I was just listening to a true crime thing with Alex, and apparently this woman had both of her arms cut off, and she was thrown over a mountain and still was able to get out and survive. Okay,
sure. I'm sure anomalies happen, but like
these are not, brother. It's an eldritch being. Cutting people up with a goddamn chainsaw. This is an anomaly. All right?
But I think it's part of his like demonic thing that keeps people alive, so they can experience.
I was thinking that too. I was like, does he feed off their pain and suffering and fear?
I think he just might get a murder boner. I think that's it. I think he just gets murder boners.
That, dude.
I think that's it.
In 2 is like it's the gruesome kill in 2 where I don't know if you guys have seen it, but if you guys know about it or not. Like,
don't
there's no
spoiling. No, Eric, you're not gonna watch.
I want to go back. I want to go back and see them now.
It doesn't matter though what I'm about to say. Okay. No way in hell you stay alive for as long as you do.
No, I agree with that one. You're talking
hell.
You're talking
movie is all related.
You're talking about the acid stuff from 2.
I think it's Bleach, but yeah.
Oh, okay. In the lemon.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, no, I don't know how they're staying awake. I'd have passed out. You know, I'm falling out. But like this one, the shower scene, that happened quick. You ain't passing out. You know what I mean?
No, I think he would have. The dude would have passed out.
Bro, he's screaming.
Dude, you would have lost so much blood.
He got halfway, and then he goes on a whole nother rampage, and then comes back to him.
Yeah. No, he didn't cut him in half horizontally. He cut into no. He cut into his arm. He cut into his leg. He cut into his other arm, and then he pushed him to the ground. The leg is falling off, correct, but it's not gone yet Because Art makes sure that it comes off.
So much blood coming
but
out.
I think when your shit is that high, and
why though, right? Because it's all in his appendage.
That's true.
It's all in his member.
Yeah.
But like, I could see it. But like the girl having her face cut off, nah, she should have died. There ain't no like the fact that her eye is doing some of this shit. Yeah, like come on.
Her first cut, like he cuts her boobs. Like I don't think she would die right away. Like that makes sense for her to.
Bro, that's her heart. Her heart's right next to her. She's right under the titty.
Dude,
mature warning. I guess I'm gonna have to just put a mature warning over the front of this one.
I mean, we can't show no clips. That's for sure.
No, absolutely not.
But he like cuts her, but like it's pretty surface layer. Like he doesn't cut her. Her chest isn't open. I mean, he be opening some of these people's.
It's just
chests.
defensive wounds with her at first.
Yeah. Even it at first, because he puts his hand up and then he like cuts off the fingers.
Yeah.
This movie is fucked up.
I'm just rushing him.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. And look, Cece, she rushed him. And she was staying with him, you know? She was fucking bobbing and weaving and she was staying alive. All these motherfuckers are like this, you're dead. You better I'm punching him right in that big ass nose of his, bro. I'm laying his ass out.
Dude, like a chainsaw and axe. Like, bro, rush him.
Yeah, push the fucking chainsaw into his goddamn schnoz. Like, what are you doing? You're not even trying at this point. Go ahead, Eric.
Can we talk about how he's looks maxing fucking Art the Clown, dude? His jawline is crazy.
Oh, he's mewing crazy. That's why he doesn't talk. He's too busy mewing.
Yeah.
He's like
his nose is crazy. Like his whole like cheek jawline, crazy.
Yeah, how it's like skeletal or whatever. It's kind of cool.
And the guy's very defined. Like the actor that plays him, which is interesting.
Is or isn't?
Isn't.
No?
No.
I mean, I know the nose is a prosthetic. Oh, the chin is also a prosthetic. Yeah.
Yeah, because the other guy looks like a normal, like,
human being.
He looks like a normal dude.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't guess that is that person. Oh, I guess the opening scene from this movie, the Christmas stuff, I guess he said that's the first scene where he, like, literally almost threw up from, like, doing that scene.
Art, like the
actor, yeah,
that one,
yeah. But I'm just like, how come something had to be on set? Like, because a lot of them are pretty gruesome.
Way worse than that one, though.
Yeah, maybe it's because of the people.
But they didn't show. They didn't show
us what happens. Yeah, I'm not trying. Yeah, we're not just trying to spoil. But like, there's.
I mean, it's the opening. We can spoil the fucking opening kills. Okay, it ain't this. Scream. This is not. Okay, the opening kills don't mean shit. All right, but like, which kill was it? The little boy?
Yeah, they didn't even show that on screen.
No, I mean they don't really show a lot of those kills, other than the
dad. You don't even really see it. Oh well, no, the dad you do. The dad you do. He cuts into his face and shit.
Kinda. It's more the side because we're seeing from her perspective, where she just like, what's going on here?
So which one made him throw up?
Oh, I don't know. He just said
killing her. He said killing the woman. I guess
he just said that's like filming that opening scene.
Bro, there are worse killing scenes in this movie.
It's because of the blood in the milk probably got him.
Yeah, he probably got some in his mouth.
1 and 2 have a more gruesome kill. Like there's the blonde chick in one, and then the other.
I don't know. He's wildin'. Go ahead.
Like, there's a lot of fans that showed up, at least in my showing. A lot of people with like Terrifier shirts on. An actual dude dressed up as the.
I would have been like, nah.
Was there.
Yeah, nah, bro. You gotta take that shit off. I'm reporting you, actually.
Yeah.
No, it's when I got out though. He came with the showing after me.
Oh, good.
I just saw him in the lobby getting ready to.
Whatever. He comes out after you. That's when he looks at you and does one of these, and then you're dead. He fucking comes out from inside of you. You know what I mean? No way. Yeah. I'm not vibing with that shit.
I didn't look at him, to be honest. I was just like,
hell yeah, I'm not looking at him.
There wasn't that many people. I went on Friday at it was kind of early though. I guess what time was I showing? 3:40.
I went
too early.
I went this morning at 11 a.m.
There were 6 people.
There was 10 people in my theater at 11 a.m.
Mm-hmm. That's decent though.
2 children under the age of 13.
That's crazy.
That's kind of messed up.
You know what? They walked out. All right. It was the mom and the son. And the grandmother had taken the other two kids to most likely go see the Wild Robot movie. The grandmother goes, "Was it scary?" And the son and the under 13-year-old son goes, "It was something." I was like, "Damn, bro, you sound less shell shocked than I knew, man. I'm fucking 30, dude."
So were you guys scared though, or do you guys feel like
there was like two moments where I was like, "Ooh, the tension's kind of high." The scene, any scene where it's like walking through a nasty hallway, I'm like, "Oh, the tension's a little high." But other than that, I was just like, I'm glad I ate my glizzy before this started happening because
I couldn't finish my nachos.
No, hold on, let Eric answer. Let Eric answer.
Go ahead.
I wasn't as scared. No, there was just maybe one scene, like you said, when it was like creepy crawly looking through the house, but
because like I don't think we got scared in a sense. I just think we felt tension at points because I'm like something gruesome is gonna happen, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know if I want to look at it. But like I wasn't like fearful of it. I just like this might be gross.
But I don't think anybody
can handle gruesome.
Yeah. It is the
Scary,
tension that's too much. Yeah. But nobody watches this because it's scary, though, right?
No, I don't think so.
Doesn't everybody watch it because they're like, yeah, now rip his fingers off and stick them in his nose? Yeah. You know.
I mean the first two I feel are set more like in scarier environments because it's like back alleys and like you know. And this one is like there's broad daylight shit. Like,
I mean, so we're 16 minutes in. We're gonna do another 15 minutes on this movie tops. We're gonna get into spoilers. Arasani, if you don't want to spoil for you because you're the only one I can see in the chat, mute us, walk away, go do the dishes or your homework or something. Don't be here right now. 3, 2, 1. This motherfucker blew up a mall and only killed 5 people.
Attack?
What is it, Daddy? Is it a terrorist attack? Dude, I was like, what the fuck is this line reading right now? Wild.
I mean, kids have to worry about that nowadays, dude. Come on.
No, they got to worry about school shooters, Eric. All right? They don't have to worry about fucking terrorist attack. It's not Paris.
That little girl's from Fear the Walking Dead. I don't know if she's been in other stuff.
You're talking about Jenna Ortega Light? That's what she looked like to me. I was like, is this like a little mini Jenna Ortega that they grew in a lab or something?
Cousin.
It is her cousin. Jenna
she
Ortega.
Plays like a pretty decent role in like one of the episodes. So like I remembered her face. So I didn't get the whole Jenna Ortega thing. But if I had never seen her, like I don't see it, but I'm in a different headspace.
Right, because you're thinking The Walking Dead.
Correct. Yeah.
But no, she does. She does. She looks exactly like it. Yeah.
I saw it, Joey.
Hey, she was badass in that though.
No, she wasn't.
Not in this
died.
movie.
Oh, Fear. Okay. I was like, dude, what fucking movie? We saw a different last 30 minutes. I guess
we don't know if she dies.
Brother, she got sucked into hell, man.
Yeah.
We got the sword.
You're right. She's going to turn into her character next movie, into her comic book character.
The sword means nothing in her hands, though, because she's not enchanted. She's not
we don't know. There's so much lore we don't know yet.
If they retcon it, Damien Leone is a fucking hack. He's a fucking worthless fraud. And he can come on this podcast to defend his name. But like,
because I think next movie she's going to hell to fight.
Yeah, that's what they let on though, right?
Yeah,
it seems that way. Yeah,
that's how I took it, which is cool.
Yeah,
it's gonna be bad, but it's cool. But
that's what I'm saying. This is like our first time seeing these types of films because, like you said, people are like, "Oh yeah, violence, yeah, story, just violence."
The gore is good. The gore for what it's supposed to be is
effects. 10 out of 10.
Christopher Nolan would be proud. 100%.
I don't know if he would. Mm-hmm. He seems like a squeamish.
Effects, dude.
No, he seems
did you
like
guys see who had the cameo?
Ooh, no, what?
So when they're talking on the news or whatever.
Oh, the mall guy?
Yeah.
Oh, Greg. Oh, is that Tom Savini? Yeah.
It's Tom Savini, yeah.
But there's a ton of
a bunch of shit.
There's a ton of
No,
horror
he's from
movie.
Dawn to the Dead. He's the one that has the cock gun.
Yeah.
But what's funny is because we're going to review another movie and he actually does the makeup for that movie.
He's done makeup in everything. He did the makeup for Dawn of the Dead as well. Or From Dusk Till Dawn as well.
Yeah, he does Friday the 13th, I think the second one and the fourth one, or the first one and the fourth one. It has to be second, right?
I think it's second and fourth, yeah.
Yeah.
But he's in everything. I need to find the Santa Claus and the dude next to him are big character actors.
Yeah, the guy next to him, I think I want to say I see him in Adam Sandler movies. Like
he has been in Adam Sandler movies, yeah.
I just don't know which ones. Like, but his face is so familiar. And the Santa dude too. It's like I can't think of anything to place those guys in. Even the bartender, I'm like, I feel like I've seen this guy somewhere before.
You have. I need to find what he's been in. I'm still looking.
But that bar scene was pretty cool too. The fact that he pulls out a gun though is just so crazy to me. But like, that's how I want to die to art. If I'm 100,
dude, I want to be the other dude who's grabbing the mop and went what? Boom! Just kill me right away.
Like, I don't want the shot in the neck because you're like dying. I don't want the frozen and just beat the shit with a hammer.
Dude, that's crazy. That's a thing where I was like, oh, he should probably pass out because of this, huh? But then I was thinking, I was like, I don't know, maybe he froze his blood things closed, you know?
No, you saw the blood, Eric.
So
he didn't freeze or nothing.
Yeah, but then the blood came out. And I was like, huh.
So his nerve endings were probably frozen on the top layer. And shit. Well, no, on the top layer it was froze.
On the top layer,
smashes through it because you have
bone shards and shit.
Yeah, and there's like nerves. You have like deep fiber like nerves, and then you have like
inside your bones. Yeah.
Yeah. But once you smash that shit, then it's because now the bone, your bone isn't frozen.
But he was sauced up too, probably. So you know.
Hey, he wasn't that sauced, homie. Oh yeah, thin blood for sure.
I mean, he might still be alive.
No, he's not. He smashed his fucking face, James.
Dude, he gave him the nose, though, dude. He gave him the nose.
But there's no corn cob pipe or the fucking top hat. He's dead, man. He ain't no Frosty.
Dude, go ahead. But like the shower scene, I like it because it's funny because, well, of course, but because
it was nice though. It wasn't too much.
No, it was tasteful. We didn't see a nipple until it got cut in half.
And then even then, you don't really see it. It's so quick.
It's so quick.
When she's like, I would love to like so the setup prior to where he's like pervin or whatever.
So funny. I was giggling at that one.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like him not talking works so well because if they gave him like a trashy voice where like he's just talking all the time, I feel like it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, like the mime aspects really hit, especially when someone's screaming and he does that screaming thing.
He's so good at that, dude.
It's so good. It's such a good characteristic.
But like, it is kind of scary to have. What's her name? Vicky? Is Vicky the other Terrifier lady?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it is.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. So having her talk is kind of fucking terrifying, though. Like, she is kind of scary. If I was face to face with her and she was like, "I'm gonna fucking inhabit your body," I'd be like, "Oh no."
So in
her demonic like reverb talk,
she was hot. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
So what confused me a little bit because we didn't see
was how sexy it was.
That whole voice thing or whatever, they use that in 2 as well. The little girl, there's like a little girl that was like Art's first kill or whatever, like can use that mimic voice thing. So like when the
demonic power, right? That's what I'm assuming it is.
It just when that ghost girl like dies or whatever happens, I can't remember what happens to her. Like that demonic being goes into Vicky or whatever her name is,
right?
Because she's like close to death or whatever they say it is.
Yeah.
No. So for the demon to take over the vessel's body, it has to die. So when she slit her wrist in the bathtub, that's when the demonic forces actually took her over.
Fully takes her over?
That's when it was full on demonic shit, was after she had killed herself.
I thought it was before because I mean she burst the head, so like that's kind of.
No, I mean she says he's making me do this. I remember it distinctly. She said that.
But at that point, it hasn't fully taken over her body.
Yeah, no, taken over yet. Yeah.
By the time in this movie, it's like in her, like she is the demonic being.
Yeah,
like,
after the bathtub scene.
Yeah.
But like,
but I think it does have a hold on her.
Right, but anything before that, I think it was just Art's whatever Eldritch being is Art was just doing some funky shit or whatever, and was like, I'm actually gonna be a baby that comes out of your snatch.
That's a big ass head too,
dude. That's a big ass nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could this movie have been better though?
In my showing, at least, the big fans were like, I thought 2 was better.
What? Eric,
see,
why are you talking to all these people and not recording it so we could play it here?
Yeah.
I don't want to record people. Are you kidding me?
According to John.
these motherfuckers would say it
yeah,
on
these
camera,
would.
bro.
Yeah, you're
you
right.
know, Christopher Nolan heads, they be saying it on camera. Go ahead, James. I'm sorry.
My thing is, I don't think it can, because the only way to make it better is to tighten up the story. But like,
they're not gonna do that.
No, because like they're trying, and they're just like, okay, we're introducing more story each time. But
Are the movies getting longer as well, though? Because this movie felt like a long 2 hours.
the first one's like an hour and a
agree.
half. I do think the second one's 2 hours. So this, if so, then it would be if this is over 2. I can't remember how long
it's
this
2
movie
hours.
is.
This is 2-4.
2 hours
Okay,
and
so
4 minutes.
both of them are the 2 and 3 are 2 hours. Then pretty much.
So yeah, Terrifier 1 came out in 2016. Then he took 6 years, or no, sorry, 6 years for Terrifier 2, and then 2 years for Terrifier 3.
I'm assuming it was like a cult classic thing. Like it probably got a ton of
Yeah,
pub, and then
one was like a big like video on demand thing or whatever.
Yeah,
because I mean, this had a real budget. Like
you could tell.
yeah, this movie looks significantly better.
there was short films too. Like he did a short film called Terrifier.
That was the first one. I think it was. We're not gonna say anything to that guy. That guy can go fuck himself. The guy who just subscribed. But that Terrifier short was what was produced before the first one, so that he could get funding for it. I want to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it was also like
'Cause he's
not
done
the
3
same actor who is playing Art.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I wasn't even familiar with that.
It's basically
I looked up
just
a little
like
bit
the
of his
first movie
history.
or whatever. Damien Leone or Art?
Yeah, Damien Leone, the director.
He's the Ninth Circle's a short. So
That's
the
a-
Ninth
yeah, that's-
Circle is the short film that has the first appearance of Art the Clown in it.
Mhm.
And
Oh, is
was
that why she's reading that book in the end?
I'm assuming so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was just a hint to what was going to happen in the next movie, but apparently not.
I mean, he could still do it.
was.
Now that he has actual money, you know.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
that's
they
true.
Just
will.
flesh out his ideas more.
They're gonna go all in, I'm assuming, because this did pretty well. Like, well, I actually don't know if it did pretty well. I just know it did better than Joker, which did terrible.
No,
I mean,
this is going to do pretty well.
So, like, I know it's
No.
number one.
All right, this had a massive budget compared to the first two movies. This budget was $2 million. So far, according to Wikipedia, it's made $18 million. So
Yeah,
he's making a fourth Terrifier movie for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
You'd be an idiot not to.
Who's
He made
who's the
15
studio?
million with the second one, so he's only going up.
I think it's Bloody or Cineverse distributed it. Lock in, motherfucker, because I got a list for you. Dark
Oh,
Age
no.
Cinema, Bloody Disgusting, Fuzz on the Lens Productions, and then The Coven. So Bloody Disgusting is the people who do the magazine or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've never heard of any of these other people.
Hopefully it stays that way and no big studio. Hopefully, like Lionsgate isn't like, dude, let us do it.
I don't
I
think
don't
he'll
think they would.
sell. I don't think he would sell the rights or whatever, for them to produce it.
Yeah,
Um,
it'd be yes.
it'd be kind of bad.
Yeah, it
But,
would
like,
be a bad idea.
It's could it get much worse? No way he produces a worse version of this, right?
No way.
Because none of them are bad, and unless he gets too money hungry, like
I mean, this is
And-
the John Wick of torture porn, is it not?
yeah.
It is.
Kind of
I
feels
mean,
like
I
it.
prefer this franchise over something like Hostel, which like does a lot of that crap.
Yeah,
Just
both
like gore
of them.
for gore's sake.
Both of them are
Mhm.
so unappetizing to me that I don't think I have a preference. I don't ever plan on watching this movie ever again in my fucking life, ever.
Oh, will I watch it again? No, but I think for like its genre and what it is, and I think the story elements they do give you, I like it.
I mean, yeah, I get the hype behind it. I get why
Yeah.
people nerd out about this whole Terrifier stuff.
I don't know
For
that I
sure.
could say I get it because I don't feel the same way. I don't know that I could empathize with it because it's like this is so not my shit.
Yeah,
I need a little
'cause
more. Go ahead.
you want actual story with your scary movies.
I'll take a
want-
motherfucker getting cut in half vertically. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But there's got to be some goodness wrapped around it. I could take a little girl's head getting chopped off by a telephone pole going 90 miles an hour.
Mhm.
I could take that. That ain't hard for me. But
Yeah.
like, I can't take it when it's just a clown going.
But I mean, I like there's like these underlying religious tones to it, which I think are interesting.
That kind of blew. That blew my mind. As soon as it went demonic, I was like, "Holy shit!"
No, but like the demonic thing isn't the religious tone, because the demon could be a non-Christian demon. Mm-hmm. It's the crown of thorns. I'm assuming you're talking about, right, James?
Yeah, and then in 2, she's like an archangel, like so she has like the warrior suit. She has the angels. Is she supposed to
be an archangel?
I mean, it's in the dad's comic, and I would need to like watch what the way
he described it in this movie. She's in the same world as like a dude with like a laser gun.
Yeah.
So like to me, it doesn't scream archangel.
I thought it was just a silly little. I took it
as like a Valkyrie. I thought it was like a battle angel. You know. Even
the way they have the like the uncle hanging.
But like, why?
Because I think it's because it has the religious undertones, and they just don't want to fully go into it.
Religious undertones assumes that there's like something you can read into. There isn't though. Like. No, she's not the Messiah. That's not how they've pitched her. It's just that she's the arch enemy of this demon thing.
But the thing is, she's been resurrected. So in 2, she technically dies, and then the sword or whatever resurrects her.
Yeah, but Jesus didn't come back with a sword.
Sure. It's not a 1-to-1.
It's just a Lazarus pit. Fucking Batman ain't Jesus, and he came back. Fucking Jason Todd was out there. You know, I would agree with you if they did something with it.
No, that's the issue though. They're not doing
it's too much.
They're not doing enough with it.
Yeah, but like, the tone is way too under. It's Mariana's Trench type of under, dude. It's deep.
But like that's what they would have to expand on for if they actually want to do more story. Like because they have those are the bones are there to expand on if you want to do more story.
Because they can definitely nail down all the gore and all that stuff. We know they can do that. Let's nail down a good story.
But I don't think he's got it in him. Go ahead.
I think I need 2.5 hours just to do that, though. Like,
definitely not.
You don't need 2 hours to do it. You can tell a good story in an hour and 40. A half. You can do it.
Yeah, but his track record is, hey, I need to get all this gore and everything in. I need this 2 hours. So if I'm gonna give you more story, I need another half hour. Bro, he ain't doing it. He ain't shortening it up.
Half the shit that we saw in this movie could be cut. Like. The little brother was ass. No, the first scene was kind of crazy though. You hear that little boy get cut up on nasty. But like half the stuff with the brother, he's just kind of being whiny and weird. I don't need that, dude. You're not doing nothing with him.
To be honest,
it's because in 2, he's more or less the one, and then like the way Mia is, like, which is funny how like he's freaking out and he's like, doesn't want to do the podcast, but he was like, so in 2 he wanted to dress up as Art and was doing all the same shit, like wanting to read the articles and learn about him. Like he should just do a goddamn podcast.
Bro, he almost died.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to take his trauma into account there.
He did it to himself. It's been like 5 years. Or 4 years.
We are not victim blaming. The views of James do not represent the view of Sooner or Later TV.
When you like,
bro, he was a little
idolize
boy,
a
man.
serial killer, and you want to meet the serial killer.
He was a little
and you
boy.
almost get serial killed.
No, Mia was a grown ass woman, dude. She had her fucking frontal lobe fully developed when she was like, I want to see his eyes. I want to see him when he kills.
She could be only 18. Like they're like freshmen in college.
Yeah, but that ain't 13. There's some fucking emotional and mental development that happens in those 5 years. And women
develop faster too,
Yeah, so she should have had a better head on her shoulders. Now she ain't got no fucking jaw on her shoulders, you know what I mean?
She wanted to see what his eyes look like, so he showed it. Yeah.
Which is half of my man's acting ability.
Yeah.
Hey, he does it great though, dude. Come on. Get him credit.
Motherfucker does it better than anybody else, all right?
Dude, he's a great like character. Like he's better than so many of these other shitty characters that got 10 movies. That's
true. Yeah. I mean, I don't like the undertones that you're giving to my boy Jason, but we're gonna find out about that here when we move to the next one. But I think some of that could be blamed on Eric looking on one Reddit and finding one answer down at the bottom of the page.
Yeah. I try to contradict.
I also looked up the letterbox too.
No, the letterbox you did not go off of because I double checked it and it is not.
No,
it's like
it was
2.
a list.
5.
Oh no, that's a fan submitted list.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you found the same dude on Reddit and just found his letterbox?
Yeah, by the same account, yeah.
But I think it's safe to say that this is probably the best Terrifier movie. Because I'm not going to watch the other two. I've seen the kill
I'll
counts.
let you know. I'll report in
Eric,
2 years.
don't watch
I'll let you
the
know.
other
No,
two, Eric.
I
Don't
think
watch
this
the
is
other
better
two.
than 2. And I didn't want. I watched 2 kind of like I'm not saying I sat down and watched the whole 2 hours, but like I was like watching it, some of it, skimming through it, and then I went back and watched certain things on YouTube when people like talk about certain things. So I know enough about it. But also too, this movie just has more money, and it kind of looks better, and it has more story.
It looks better, but it does share the same visual style across all 3 films. Like this movie looks, and Eric, you could tell me if I'm wrong, whatever week after you end up actually watching them. But I want to say this movie still looks the same as the other 2 movies. Like even with the increased budget, they didn't buy like a new cinema camera to shoot it. They were just like, now we can get more blood than just in the tri-state area. We can go into the quad state area and like even more blood.
I think in 2 has some scenes that feel more like, oh, this looks like it would be a TV show, but like TV is high quality nowadays. Like people make very nice TV.
Not the way you said it.
Not the CW, dude.
Yeah, it's not a CW TV show.
CW is there for the loves and the heart and the relationships and the people you meet along the way.
That was the shower scene from this movie with CW as hell.
I mean, there's a scene just like that in Riverdale, minus the killing.
And minus the being 18, probably.
I guess they wouldn't be 18. No, they'd be in high school.
Hey.
I mean, the real life people are like 30 playing 18
year-olds.
Yeah.
All right, we're fucking dilly-dallying. We're 6 minutes over. Eric, what do you give Terrifier 3?
I'm going to give it a solid 8 for me, dude.
James.
I liked it.
My boy. I'm also going to give it an 8.
Now
Art the Clown won me over.
It's so good.
I'm conflicted because do I rate it just as a movie standalone or do I rate it as a movie of its genre?
So real quick, from my perspective, I think it's an 8 horror movie. Like I don't even care.
No matter what.
I don't even care. There's so many shitty horror movies, and
but the story's not good enough. The story's not good enough.
I like it though.
You could like it.
My thing is, I'm going into it like, oh no, I can watch 1 and 2 and get even more story.
So like,
you ain't gonna get that, brother.
Not in 1. In 2, yeah.
In 2, you're not gonna get more story. They tell you everything from 2 in this movie.
You're probably right. Yeah.
You're not gonna get nothing new, man.
You're gonna learn.
All of this, I'm excited for Terrifier 4.
Yeah, you're gonna learn more about the dead kid who had a fucking whiny voice. Yeah. You don't want to learn more about that guy. You find out in this movie that he's pretty fucking useless, actually.
Just give it a 6, Joey. Move on, dude.
No, if I'm rating it on a normal movie, to me this movie's like a fucking 4. This movie was boring at some points and fucking nasty at other points. But as a torture porn, it's pretty fucking god tier. Okay, it does torture porn better than any torture porn. So actually,
average
just
amount.
to fucking throw it in your guys' faces, I'm giving this movie a 9. Now who's the pussy?
Oh.
Yeah, look at you. Look at you. It could have been a 10.
You're giving it a 7.
No, I'm giving it a 9, motherfucker. Did you not just hear me?
No, because averaging it out 9 plus 4, you know.
No, I was gonna give it a 10. It's a 10 out of 10 torture porn, but the story's just not good enough to give it a 10.
That's not how we rank our stuff, dude. Come on.
No, I rank movies like that. I don't know if you know, I gave Rebel Ridge a 9 because I was like, for what this movie is fantastic. So that's how I'm rating it. For what this is, it's pretty fantastic. If what you want is to see a mime clown dude cutting a man in half from his booty hole, this is a 10 out of 10. This is a 9 out of 10. You know,
my thing is like it's more gruesome than it has to be, but like I'm just like so many horror movies don't even like be showing kills. Like I hate that. Like if you're gonna have a killer, let him kill. Let us see the kills.
Yeah, but this movie didn't show the kills. Sometimes
not all of them, but we see a decent amount of them. Like of the 10
and this
kills,
movie breaks the rules of hey, women and children are safe. They're not.
Oh, brother, does it? We didn't even talk about the most gruesome kill. Maybe we could talk about it if we ever watch the other two. But
Terrifier 4, yeah.
All right, everybody. That was our review of Terrifier 3. Continue listening and watching and showing support on all social medias. Just look up Sooner or Later TV. We post all of our podcasts on YouTube, and we post the Sooner or Later Review podcast on all podcasting platforms. Go watch our short form content. Go like and share that stuff so that when we pop off, we can give everybody free shit. This movie got an 8.3 average, by the way. I didn't say that at the beginning. So it's a good Terrifier movie, fellas. Until the next time, we love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.